From the world's largest cargo planes to super jumbo passenger jets and massive military refueling aircraft, join me as I count down 15 of the biggest aircraft and planes in the world. Starting with number 15, the Antonov An-178. The Antonov An-178 is a huge medium-range transport aircraft that was developed by the Ukrainian aerospace company Antonov as a derivative of the An-157 regional jet, and it was designed to replace older aircraft like the An-12, 26, and 32 in the cargo transport role. Currently, only one has been built and it's in a testing phase, but the plan is to eventually roll it out as one of the company's flagship models. It made its first flight on May 7, 2015, and with a high-wing configuration, the aircraft is powered by two turbofan engines, which are mounted under the wings. The aircraft's landing gear system allows it to operate on semi-prepared and unpaved runways, which makes it particularly useful for military and humanitarian missions. Designed for carrying as much as possible within its frame, the An-178 has a spacious cargo hold, which is capable of accommodating a wide range of cargo types. Cargo bays designed with a rear ramp, which allows for easy unloading and loading of goods, including vehicles and large equipment. With a payload capacity of up to 18 tons, the An-178 can carry substantial cargo over a range of up to 620 miles or over 1,000 kilometers with a max payload, and up to 4 times that distance with a reduced payload. This versatility is a major advantage for both commercial and military operators. Number 14, the C-130J Super Hercules. The C-130J Super Hercules, which was developed by Lockheed Martin, is a major update of the C-130 Hercules, which was an aircraft that became the backbone of the military transport for more than 5 decades. Making its first flight in April of 1996, the C-130J has 4 Rolls-Royce AE 2100 D3 turboprop engines, each driving 6-bladed composite propellers, which offers a significant improvements in performance. Its cockpit is a huge step forward too, featuring state-of-the-art avionics and digital tech, a heads-up display and digital glass cockpit with advanced navigation and flight control systems enables just 2 pilots to operate this aircraft. Offering a payload capacity of around 42,000 pounds and the ability to carry a vast array of cargo, the Hercules fits into many different potential roles. It's capable, for example, of airdropping supplies and personnel, transporting oversized cargo, and performing tactical airlifts, and it was specifically designed to be able to handle undeveloped airstrips so it can access remote regions for military operations, humanitarian aid, and disaster relief. Measuring almost 98 feet or 30 meters long and a wingspan of almost 133 feet or about 40 meters, it's got a range with a normal payload of up to 2,100 miles, and it was designed for customization in mind, meaning various configurations are available such as the standard transport version, the KC-130J tanker, the AC-130J gunship, and the MC-130J for special ops, so there's a model to suit virtually any mission requirement. Number 13, the Ilyushin Il-76. The Il-76 is an absolutely monstrous aircraft to see flying above you, and it's one of the most effective strategic airlifters to ever been built. Developed by the Soviet Union's Ilyushin Design Bureau in the late 1960s, it first flew in 1971 and quickly became the go-to heavy lift option, with almost 1,000 of them having since been delivered to clients around the world. Its primary role is a freighter for airlifting oversized cargo, but it also performs a number of secondary roles, such as serving as an emergency response and aerial refueling platform. One of the reasons it's proven to be so good is its design, at least when it was first built, with a high wing and 4 turbofan engines, which allow it to operate from unprepared runways. Its toughened landing gear is also specifically engineered to withstand tough conditions, ensuring reliable operations across varied terrains, which has proven particularly valuable to the Soviet Union and Russia when transporting cargo and people into the furthest reaches of the country. With a maximum payload capacity of around 50 tons and a huge cargo hold, the Il-76 can transport a wide range of goods, from heavy machinery and vehicles to bulk supplies and troops. The cargo area, which is equipped with an overhead crane, was designed for easy loading and unloading, meaning it's a quick turnaround wherever it goes. Over the years, a number of variants have been designed too, including the Il-76MD and MF that offer extended range and payload capacity, the Il-78 variant, which is an aerial refueling tanker, and the Beriev A-50 airborne early warning and control aircraft. Number 12, the Boeing C-17 Globemaster III. Alright, I love this one. Originally developed by McDonnell Douglas in the 1980s and later produced by Boeing, the C-17 Globemaster III made its first flight in 1991, and it soon became a vital asset in the U.S. Air Force's airlift capability. It's designed to perform rapid strategic airlift of troops and cargo to maintain operating bases or forward operating bases worldwide, and it's also capable of tactical airlift, medical evacuation, and airdrop missions. To do this, the aircraft features advanced aerodynamics, including a high-wing design, 4 powerful Pratt & Whitney turbofan engines, and a T-tail, enabling it to access short and unpaved runways. With a payload capacity of up to 77.5 tons, it can carry large equipment including tanks, armored vehicles, and helicopters. Its advanced avionics and cockpit systems further improve its flight performance and safety. It's operated by a crew of 3, a pilot, co-pilot, and a loadmaster, which is fewer than older cargo aircraft thanks to its modern systems. The aircraft's state-of-the-art avionics includes a heads-up display for each pilot and an advanced navigation system, allowing for precise and safe operations even in challenging conditions. Since entering operation, the C-17 has played a critical role in humanitarian and disaster relief efforts around the world, and was even the type of aircraft that was used to fly Keiko the killer whale back to Iceland in 1998. With such versatility, the almost 280 active C-17s will continue in roles like these for years to come, and are regarded by many as one of the most effective aircraft designs of all. Number 11. The Airbus A340-600. The A340-600 was first revealed in 1997, and it entered service in 2002 as the pinnacle of Airbus's A340 series, and it's known for its elongated fuselage, increased capacity, and extended range. The aircraft, which stretches just over 247 feet or over 75 meters from nose to tail, is one of the world's longest commercial aircraft. And this provides a cabin that's large enough to allow the aircraft to accommodate up to 380 passengers in a typical 3-class configuration, with a range of up to 7,900 nautical miles. This long-range capability enables airlines to operate non-stop flights on some of the world's most demanding long-haul routes, and gives them a serious amount of cargo space too, with the maximum takeoff weight of the aircraft being 380 tons. It's powered by 4 Rolls-Royce Trent 500 engines. Now, this quad-engine design was a strategic choice for long over-water routes, which ensures reliability and performance. Its advanced engine tech also contributes to lower noise levels, making it a quieter option for longer distance travel, and suited to flying at low altitudes over urban areas without causing as much disruption as other aircraft. Even though it faced competition from more fuel-efficient twin-engine jets in later years, the A340-600 established itself as a reliable choice and proved to be a success for Airbus, and it's the largest passenger aircraft to be profitable for the company. While production ended in 2012, there are still believed to be as many as 370 of them in operation around the world, where airlines still rely on them for the more challenging routes. Number 10. Boeing 777-9X. Currently in testing, but with deliveries to customers expected to begin in 2025, the Boeing 777-9X is the largest and most efficient twin-engine jet in the world. It was first revealed in 2013 and is hoped by the company to become the next big thing in passenger aviation. Surprisingly, with most models now being smaller to reduce their fuel needs, the 777-9X is enormous. With a length of approximately 252 feet or 77 meters, it's larger than any other models in the 777 family and can comfortably seat over 400 passengers in a typical 2-class config. And it's got a range of over 7,200 nautical miles. This performance is all possible because of the 2 large GE engines, which are manufactured by General Electric. These engines are not only the most powerful ever built for a Boeing aircraft, but also amongst the most fuel efficient, reducing both operating costs and environmental impact. Another big development on the aircraft is its folding wingtips, which is a first for commercial aviation. These wingtips extend the aircraft's wingspan to an impressive 235 feet, almost 72 meters when unfolded, which further enhances its aerodynamic efficiency, but can then be folded to ensure they're compatible with existing airport infrastructure. With a maximum takeoff weight of 351 tons, the 777-9X has a spacious and luxurious cabin, featuring larger windows, higher ceilings, and wider cabins that are all designed to create an airy and comfortable atmosphere. Advanced cabin technology, including improved air filtration systems, customized LED lighting, and quieter interiors, further improve the passenger experience on long-haul flights, and it will be the best in class once they fully enter operation. Number 9. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress. The iconic Boeing B-52 Stratofortress has been a mainstay of the United States Air Force's strategic bomber fleet for over 6 decades. It was first introduced into service in 1955. The B-52 is one of the longest-serving military aircraft in history, a fact that shows just how great a design it is, particularly with the company's ability over the years to continually upgrade the fleet to keep it up with modern-day requirements. It was designed during the Cold War as a high-altitude, long-range bomber capable of delivering nuclear and conventional ordnance. With a wingspan of 185 feet and a length of over 159 feet, the aircraft has 8 turbojet engines mounted in pairs under the swept wings and a tandem undercarriage arrangement. As a result, the B-52 is able to carry up to 70,000 pounds of weapons, including free-fall bombs, cruise missiles, and precision-guided munitions, and in total has a maximum takeoff weight of almost 220 tons. Even with this weight, the Stratofortress has a range exceeding 8,800 miles without aerial refueling, making it capable of long-duration missions around the globe. And it's this range, along with its payload capacity, that has made it such a strategic asset. In operation, these aircraft have played a critical role in various conflicts, from the Vietnam to the Gulf Wars and ongoing operations in the Middle East. And they have such a robust design, they're expected to continue playing an important role at least until the 2050s. Number 8. The Airbus Beluga XL. So this is probably one of the most unusual looking aircraft of all. The Airbus Beluga XL made its first flight in July of 2018 and it entered into service in 2020, succeeding its predecessor, the Airbus Beluga. With its distinctive whale-shaped fuselage, it was originally based on the Airbus A330 airliner, but it's been extensively modified to carry large air cargo, particularly Airbus aircraft components. Inside, it's got an enormous cargo bay measuring approximately 207 feet or 63 meters long and 26 feet or about 8 meters wide, making it one of the largest in the world. This space allows the Beluga XL to transport oversized cargo such as wings and fuselage sections of other Airbus aircraft from various production sites to final assembly lines across Europe. It can carry a payload of up to 51 tons, which is 6 more than its older Beluga. And it's got a range of 2,200 nautical miles when it's carrying a full payload, allowing Airbus to improve efficiency in its production and assembly process. The design and engineering of the Beluga XL are unlike anything else. Its pressurized cargo hold, which forms the bulbous shape, and the lowered cockpit give it a distinctive appearance, resembling a smiling whale. All of this power and performance is possible because of the 2 Rolls-Royce Trent 700 engines, and for ease of use, the aircraft's advanced avionics and flight deck systems are the same as those on the A330, meaning most pilots are familiar with them and require relatively little training to be able to fly it. While they aren't necessarily targeted at corporate clients and were mainly designed to help transport components between Airbus's own facilities, its introduction has been a game-changer in terms of operational capacity, allowing Airbus to enhance its manufacturing process. Number 7. The Antonov An-22. The Antonov An-22 is a huge aircraft that was developed by the Antonov Design Bureau. It was first flown in 1965, and it was not only the world's largest aircraft at the time of its introduction, but also the first wide-body transport aircraft and heralded a new era of strategic airlift aircraft. It's powered by 4 contra-rotating turboprop engines, each driving a pair of large 8-blade propellers, something you won't see on any other aircraft. These engines, which are among the most powerful turboprops ever built, provided with incredible performance, including the ability to operate from unprepared runways. With a length of 190 feet and a wingspan of 211 feet, the An-22 was designed to carry oversized cargo, military hardware, and a large number of personnel. Its cargo hold, which alone measures over 108 feet, can carry up to 80 tons of cargo, making it ideal for transporting heavy machinery, vehicles, and humanitarian aid. The aircraft's capability goes far beyond just its sheer size and power, though. Its high wing configuration and toughened landing gear enable it to operate in challenging environments. Arctic conditions to hot and high airstrips, making it a hugely important aircraft to the Soviet and later the Russian military. In service, the An-22 has been involved in a number of significant missions where it's played a pivotal role in logistics and disaster relief efforts. And as such, its ability to airlift massive payloads over considerable distances has been demonstrated in countless humanitarian aid deliveries and military deployments. Number 6. The Boeing Dreamlifter. Okay, so the Boeing Dreamlifter, officially known as the Boeing 747 Large Cargo Freighter, is a uniquely modified version of the Boeing 747. It's designed to transport oversized aircraft parts, and it's an essential component of Boeing's production chain. Its first flight was in 2006, and it quickly became known for its distinctive appearance. With an enlarged fuselage, it's a modification that creates one of the largest cargo holds of any aircraft. The cargo bay, which offers around 65,000 cubic feet of volume, is accessed through a specially designed tail hinge door, which enables it to efficiently load and unload. It's powered by the same Pratt & Whitney engines that drive the 747-400, so the same reliable and efficient performance. And despite its size and weight of its cargo, the Dreamlifter demonstrates impressive range. It's able to travel up to 4,800 miles when fully loaded, and at its maximum takeoff weight of just over 360 tons. In terms of dimensions, the Dreamlifter is 235 feet long with a wingspan of about 211 feet, making it one of the world's largest. It requires a specialized crew for its operations, including a team of pilots trained specifically for the unique handling characteristics of this oversized aircraft. Since its introduction, the 4 Dreamlifters that have been built have played an important role in Boeing's production, and this capability has been instrumental in the global production model of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner by allowing components manufactured in different countries to be assembled seamlessly in the United States. Number 5. The Boeing 747. The Boeing 747 is undoubtedly one of the most iconic and recognizable aircraft in the history of aviation. Since its first flight in 1969, the 747 has revolutionized air travel, introduced a new era of mass international travel, and opened up the world to virtually everyone. Designed by Boeing's chief engineer, Joe Sutter, the 747 was a response to the growing demand for air travel and the need for larger aircraft. It was originally developed as a cargo plane that could be easily converted into a passenger aircraft when needed, as Boeing executives originally believed there would be a shift towards supersonic passenger planes for future, something that for various reasons never happened. This vision led to the 747's unique upper deck, which was at first intended for cargo, but eventually became a key feature for passenger luxury and additional seating. The Boeing 747-100, the first variant, had a capacity of 366 passengers, more than double that of any existing airliner at the time, and with a range of 6,100 miles, it opened up new routes, reduced travel times, and made long-distance travel more accessible. Over the years, the 747 has of course seen several variants, each improving upon its predecessor in terms of capacity, range, and efficiency. The 747-400, for instance, became the best-selling model of the family, featuring more efficient engines, increased range, and an updated cockpit. The 747 also played a significant role in cargo transport. Its freighter variants have been pivotal in global logistics. One of the most famous variants is the Boeing 747-200B, customized as Air Force One, the President of the United States' official air transport. The 747 is no longer in production after Boeing decided to go for a complete redesign for its modern age offerings, but the last model, the 747-8, is one of the largest and heaviest aircraft to go into service, measuring just over 250 feet long and a wingspan of 225 feet. It's an aircraft that not only changed aviation forever, but continued to push the boundaries with each successive update. And with the trend now being towards smaller, more efficient designs, it's unlikely we'll ever see anything quite like the 747 again. Number 4. The Antonov An-124. The Antonov An-124 Ruslan, a titan of the skies, is one of the most impressive examples of a heavy-lift designed aircraft that more than 40 years after first taking to the skies is still in service. Designed in the 1980s by the Antonov Design Bureau in the then Soviet Union, the An-124 was the world's heaviest gross-weight cargo plane for a period, surpassed only by its successor, the Antonov An-225, of which only one was ever made. With its impressive size, tough construction, and huge cargo capacity, the An-124 became a game-changer in the realm of strategic airlift. It's recognizable by its enormous fuselage and the 24-wheel landing gear system along that it's dedicated for optimal weight distribution and performance. It measures about 227 feet in length and a wingspan of about 240 feet. The designers ensured that it wouldn't just carry huge loads, but could do it very efficiently. This was done by designing the unique nose and tail cargo doors and built-in overhead crane system capable of lifting 20 tons of cargo. This allows it to self-load and unload, which significantly reduces the need for ground support. It's powered by 4 Ivchenko Progress turbofan engines. The An-124's got an impressive range of up to 2,300 miles, with a maximum payload of 150 tons, and up to 5 times that distance with a reduced payload. This long range, coupled with its high payload capacity, makes the An-124 ideal for transporting heavy and oversized cargoes anywhere in the world. Over the years, not only has it been pivotal in humanitarian relief efforts, delivering aid to disaster-stricken areas across the globe, but it's also been instrumental in transporting space shuttles and satellite components. And its military applications include the transport of troops, tanks, and helicopters, highlighting its strategic importance. In recent years, too, it's become increasingly useful in the civilian sector, operated by companies specializing in heavy and oversized cargo, particularly in the transport of bulky wind turbine blades. Number 3. The Lockheed C-5 Galaxy. The C-5 Galaxy is arguably the most recognizable heavy-lift aircraft, known for its extraordinarily large size and cargo carrying capacity. Developed by Lockheed in the 1960s to meet the United States Air Force's need for a large strategic airlifter, the C-5 Galaxy was first flown in 1968 and officially entered service in 1970, with the main purpose being to transport oversized military equipment, supplies, and personnel over long distance. With a length of about 247 feet and a wingspan of almost 223 feet and a height of just over 65 feet, it's got a huge cargo hold that's capable of accommodating a large variety of vehicles, helicopters, and other military hardware. One of the clever elements of the design is its nose cargo door, which allows for a drive-on, drive-off loading and allows for the rapid deployment of military assets. Inside, the cargo area measures over 118 feet long and 13.5 feet wide. It's got a maximum payload capacity of around 135 tons. To provide the power needed for this, the C-5 Galaxy is equipped with 4 General Electric turbofan engines. With a full load, it's got a range of about 2,800 miles, or almost double this with a reduced load, and this substantially increased the Air Force's global reach. Over its service life, the C-5 has undergone several upgrades to enhance its performance and reliability, with the latest being the C-5M Super Galaxy, which features modernized avionics, new engines, and other improvements, extending the aircraft's service life and capabilities well into the 21st century. Number 2. The Airbus A380. In order to compete with Boeing's continued success with the 747, Airbus designed and developed the largest passenger aircraft to ever take to the skies. Unlike the unbelievable success of their competitors' aircraft, though, the A380, despite being impressive, would never actually turn a profit for the company. Unveiled by Airbus in the early 2000s and taking its first commercial flight in 2007, the A380 has a double-deck configuration and capacity to carry up to 853 passengers in an all-economy class layout, with the hope being that they'd help meet the growing demand for air travel and to counter airport congestion by carrying more passengers per flight. With a length of almost 239 feet and a wingspan of 262 feet, the A380 is powered by 4 large and efficient turbofan engines, either the Rolls-Royce Trent 900 or the Engine Alliance GP7 200, giving it a range of up to 8,000 nautical miles. This range made the A380 perfect for long-haul flights connecting major hubs around the world with reduced environmental impact per passenger. And added to this was an interior space that offered a new generation of comfort and luxury in the skies. Airlines equipped their A380s with lavish features including private suites, shower spas, lounges, bars, and even duty-free shops. The aircraft's quieter cabin and smoother ride also contributed to an improved passenger experience and set some new standards in comfort for long-haul travel. It was, though, the very attributes that made the A380 unique that also contributed to its challenges in the rapidly changing aviation market. The rise of more fuel-efficient, twin-engine long-range aircraft and the shift towards point-to-point travel networks made the 4-engine jet less economically attractive to many airlines. In 2021, production of the A380 ceased, and despite being arguably the most innovative aircraft design in more than 50 years, Airbus took a multi-billion-dollar loss on the project after delivering around 250 of them to airlines around the world. Number 1. The Stratolaunch. Probably the strangest-looking aircraft you ever might see in the skies is the Stratolaunch. It was developed by Stratolaunch Systems, a company founded by Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen, and flew for the first time in 2019. Instead of carrying passengers or cargo within it, though, this aircraft was created for a whole different purpose, namely to carry spacecraft on the exterior to altitude before launching them. With a wingspan of 385 feet, the Stratolaunch is the widest aircraft ever built. Its design is truly unique, featuring a twin fuselage configuration, 6 Boeing 747 engines, and 28 wheels in its landing gear system. This dual fuselage design is not just for show and serves as critical function of carrying and air-launching rockets into space, acting as a mobile launch platform. The central idea behind the Stratolaunch is to provide a more economical, reliable, and flexible way to put payloads into orbit. By launching rockets from the stratosphere, the aircraft can help satellites and other space payloads bypass the thickest part of the Earth's atmosphere, and therefore reduce the fuel and energy required to reach their destination. Constructed of mainly carbon composite materials, the Stratolaunch is both strong and lightweight, which was of course crucial given its massive size and the weight of its potential payloads. The aircraft's two fuselages are similar in design to the Boeing 747, with the right fuselage housing the cockpit and the left one equipped with flight data systems. Now, despite its enormous size, the Stratolaunch is designed to be surprisingly efficient. Its 6 747 engines and aerodynamic design allow it to reach altitudes of approximately 35,000 feet, which is the optimal altitude for rocket launches, and it's able to do this while carrying an external payload of up to 250 tons in weight, and with a maximum takeoff weight itself of around 590 tons. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Thank you to our channel members.